Merhaba YouTube Alsan Yazıyorum kanalına hoş geldiniz. Ben İsa. Skyrim'e kaldığımız yerden devam ediyoruz. İyi seyirler başlayalım. Bu arada arkadaşlar bir önceki bölümü izlediyseniz bir önceki bölüm sonunda fight'lara doğru hızlı yolculuk yaparken reklam ekranında oldu, oyun dondu. O yüzden bilgisayarı istemek zorunda kaldım. O yüzden böyle bölümünü yaptım bildiğiniz olsun. Böyle direkt fight'ın ışınlanmayacağım, normal gireceğim. Yolda gördüğümüz mağaraydı, kaleydi. Ne görürsünüz ki? Yani çoktan buranın yakınında bir yerlere işimiz düşerse ya da ulaştırmaya bir şey olursa. Gelmedi hiç.
People in Skyrim. The only place they spend time take fun. I mean, why would the gods discourage drunken behavior when they should be encouraging it? A drunken person is a happy person.
Are you finished ogling the grotesque? I suppose I should be grateful you didn't simply attack me. I am one of the afflicted. I'd have been dead from this plague a year ago if not for Peryite's protection. Returning to High Rock, our shepherd lost his way, and I fear Peryite's wrath may consume those who remain with him. Kesh could tell you more. I just want out of Skyrim as quickly as possible.
Onun için bir şey atmadım. Ben bir tane büyücü kadın yanıma alacağımı söylemiştim. Bununla Sofya'ya bırakıp ama Sofya'ya bırakıp o kadın olabilir ama kadın yanı gibi olamayıp işe alacağım. Ben bırakırsam bana kalsın. Şu an seviyemiz düşük. Kadın olmadı yollamam. Sofya'ya yollarım. İlerleyen seviyem yükseldiğinde ve uçuşumun rahatsız edildiğinde
Khajiit welcomes you, and also your coin. The Khajiit hail from a distant land called Elsewhere, bordered on the north by Cyrodiil, and the south by the glistening blue waters of the sea. Elsewhere is an arid land of deserts and rocky canyons, where the sun shines warmly, always. They're a city so ancient, the sands have swallowed them whole. But now I will say no more, for I miss my home greatly. An astute question, for we are far from home, and this is a cold, hard land. The wise trader finds the best opportunities, even if he must travel far to find them. Skyrim is a ripe opportunity indeed. The dragons and the war have scared many other traders away, but for those with courage, there is much profit to be made. It is all in this note. Take a look. May your road lead you to once.
Can I help you? What do you need to take? Please, call upon
What is
me
it?
if I can be of any service.
Yippee! I love holding people's junk. I rather enjoyed our little chat.
Well, take a look. I hope that you will come to good distance with us.
Let's get
again.
going. What do you need to take? Now let's move.
Yes? Are you sure you want to trust me with that? I'm glad that's sorted.
Perhaps you take a look.
Varmış.
May the sun keep you warm until this land.
Are you feeling all right, dear? You look a little honest pay for honest work. You take care of yourself now.
My boy Leontius lives in Old Trollden. Damn drunk. That's right. Old Inn to the south. The oaf doesn't even bother to visit these days. What am I supposed to do if the dragons burn down the farm? You're a traveler, right? I have this letter for him. Let him know how much of a failure he is. Good. You make sure the lug tips you when he gets it. What kind of question is that? Look at me. Is this a young man's face? I've been here 50 years, and nothing's gonna move me off my land. What, have you been staring at your feet this whole time? You see that big city up ahead of you? Markarth? Head over there. Unless you feel like helping my wife pick crops. And then 50 years later, you'll wake up and still be here.
Yes?
What happened to you, Pop?
The Forsworn have taken Kolskager Mine. We're the only ones left.
You two head inside and get some rest. I'll send word to the Jarl.
Kolskager Mine is lost, friend. Forsworn killed everyone. Forsworn came in the night, killed everyone. Gat and I are the only ones who escaped. Hopefully Skaggy will send word to the Jarl, and something will be done. I'd be grateful. Kolskager is my home. But I wouldn't go there if I were you. There's a whole group of them with axes and magic on their side. You'd never stand a chance. Skaggy is in charge, not me. Good day.
Pavo and I had to fight our way out of Kolskegger. Forsworn killed everyone else.
Gad and I are the only survivors.
To have lived through a Forsworn attack.
Why is everyone so upset? If there's Forsworn, the Jarl will take care of them, right?
I'm the hardest worker in Left Hand. Better than any man. Another day, another settlement gets attacked. No place in the Reach is safe from the Forsworn.
Hope Pavel will be able to go back to his mine soon. Everyone needs a home.
I mostly deal with petty thievery and drunken brawls. Been too long since we've had a good bandit raid.
Yes, I'm sure you would prefer getting plundered by bandits than seeing to me.
I trust you're not planning any trouble. What can I do for you, friend? Did you hear that? Pavo was driven out of his mine. Almost everyone is dead.
Damn Forsworn. Only a matter of time before they hit here, too. That I do. If you want to grab a pickaxe and dig up some iron, feel free. I'll pay for anything you bring me. Until next time.
What if the
Bad if a
Forsworn
guy
come
found
here?
out his
We
wife
aren't
was...
safe.
Traveling in the Reach is dangerous. You need a good carriage. It's an old city. Legends say dwarves built it first. Then after they vanished, the natives moved in. Finally, the Nords took over around Tiber Septim's time. That bent a few folks' arms the wrong way. They just called themselves the people of the Reach. Not of common blood with the Bretons by the looks of them. Used to have their own kingdom till the Nords came. Now they're at the bottom of the hay pile. That's right, at least according to them scholars. Stonework's clearly not Nord, that much is for sure. Old elven fella named Halsimo, up in Understone Keep's the one you want to talk to for more about that. Wrote all those books. That's right. Whole group of the natives called the Forsworn rose up against the Nords. Drove them out. Then Ulfric Stormcloak came with his militia. That must have been a sight to see him shouting folks to death. You'd think that'd be the end of it, but those Forsworn are still in the hills, and they're as wild as wolves. Until next time.
Yes? That would be Jarl Igmund. Young for a ruler of the Hold, especially the Reach. Wasn't surprising he stayed loyal to the Empire. His father helped capture Ulfric Stormcloak after the Markarth incident. It's the whole reason Ulfric revolted against the Empire. Well, the first reason, anyway. Forsworn had taken over Markarth, and Ulfric and his men drove them out. Empire promised they'd be free to worship Talos afterwards. Pity no one told the elves. Whole group of those Thalmor came, and they demanded Ulfric's arrest. Before the Nords came, we worshipped the old gods, had our own kingdom. Times have been good and bad since then, but some folks couldn't handle not ruling their own land. Those are the Forsworn. The Forsworn follow the old ways, but some of those were best forgotten. Blood sacrifices, communing with Daedra. It's the road to ruin. Of course. Need something? Of course. May the crags fail to trip your feet.
Need a trained war dog? Fiercest companion money can buy. Don't fall. Good. Here you are. He'll follow you to oblivion and back, if it comes to that.
Yapabilecek bir şey yok.
Bit of jewelry for your journey home?
Yeah.
Come on, the Silverblood Inn has plenty of strong drink and clean rooms.
How about a sack? Aye, a whole heap of it. You see that temple? Way up there? All them men keeping to themselves? Won't let poor Degain in, nope. Not even for a look. But they've got a treasure in there. Gold statue size of a child. Who knows what they use it for, but I know what I'll use it for.
You aren't fooling me.
Well, let's not put it like that. Wouldn't want the Thieves Guild catching wind of us, eh? Nah, just creep in and have a go at taking it out. I'll be here and pay you half of what my man in Riften promised for it. You'll be helping out an old beggar, and the Divine Smile on that sort of thing.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Come on, you outsiders always... Finally. Now get lost. What is there to know? It's in the temple, you bring it out. You bring it to me, I pay you. Now get moving. Of course.
Why can't your father be more like you and your sister?
Are you going to walk over to Father or something?
Yes, yes. Now,
No,
find myself
not
a
right
drink.
now. Maybe later.
You a fighting man? How about a little bet? Arnleaf and Sons Trading Company. I'm a porter. Just some muscle hired to move heavy packages. But we don't get any shipments in. Forsworn attack every caravan. So all I do is sit here and drink.
Loudly. Well, I need to
Got any ale or mead?
To Bella's heart, son.
I think I'm going to get another drink.
Drinks here are watered down, but they're cheap. We've lost a lot of good people to that damn crusade. Drive out the Nords, they say. Well, the Nord ain't driven out.
Dispatch men to the front line. It's because of the Forsworn threat.
Please. Those savages are no
You
match
look
for
like
us.
someone who can hold their liquor. How about a friendly contest to win a staff?
Tell what? Until another person is lying dead in the streets? Don't be naive.
Well, come back when you do, my friend. Come back when you do.
All the wood furniture in this inn is rotten to the core.
What do you need, handsome?
Clever?
I don't know, my darling wife. I assume you're going to tell me?
Yes?
It's rotten because the wood is cheap and it's soaked with ale.
Need something?
We'll have to replace all the furniture.
If you're looking for a challenge, you've come to the right place.
Unlike my husband Clever, I want magic. Got no good use for that here. Mages keep to their college in Winterhold. Go bother them.
Wish the Jarl's wizard would up and leave with you. I should remind Klepper to clean this place up.
No offense, but you're not looking so good. Are you feeling ill?
Why can't the men in this city leave me alone? What can we do for you? Now you just
This
tell
is
me
the
if you-
Silverblood Inn. I'll let you figure out who owns it by yourself. Here, take a look at this. Some of the Jarl's men came by and left this bounty letter. Did you hear? The Hall of the Dead is closed. Brother Veralis isn't the most popular man in town right now. Any aspiring mage would do well to look for the college in Winterhold. Head there, and you'll get what you're after. Although our Jarl's humble wizard might be willing to help you too. Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way. Let me know if there's anything else you need. How are your chores coming, my son?
Today, I've cleaned the linens, washed the floors, and... in on all our guests.
Ah, my son. You'll be a fine You look a bit peaked. Drink for the thirsty, food for the hungry. Remember, ale is cheaper than blood in Markarth.
I'm what you'd call a soldier of fortune. Make me an offer, and I just might fight at your side. Watch your back, friend. Better yet,
This was their city once. They won't stop until we're all dead.
Now you're being ridiculous. This is our city. Theirs.
Playing tonight, Aldman? Everyone here is anxious.
Don't mind the yelling. My parents are always going at each other.
Son, I know thousands of the old ballads.
My father, Klepper, is the one you want to talk to. I just clean up.
Gray as I am before I finished. What can an old skull do for you,
Maybe just
huh?
one of the popular songs like The Slaying of the Former Princess.
That's about the truth of it. Write tales about the sights I've seen, the battles I've fought. Earned quite a name for myself when I was younger. The Bard's College still teaches some of my work to their students. Well, you've come to the right place. Good fighting to you.
If you're looking for a challenge, you've come to the right place. Hello, friend.
The rooms yourself, Klepper. It's not like you do anything.
Never should have come here.
Aye. Good fighting.
We'll handle things in here.
You're not one of my workers. What are you doing here? You hard of hearing. I run this smelter, and I'm late meeting our silver quota. What do you want? Every other day, seems one of the laborers runs off to the hills saying he'll join the Forsworn. You don't like the Nords? Fine. But pledging your whole life to killing them, that's just dumb. What? No. Thonar Silverblood owns it. He owns everything in Markarth. But he hands all the paperwork over to Nepos, the Nose, to finish. That old man's back is heavy with burden. Until next time.
They don't like us talking to people when we work. Mullish, big orc fella. Can't miss him.
I wonder what really goes on there.
Don't get involved in that nonsense. Just want to work.
Mm-hmm. Did you just talk back to me? I'm not paid to listen. I'm paid to keep you working. Now work.
Can't talk. Me and Hathrasil mostly. Mullish barks at us all day, and I wouldn't call that honest work. A few people in the Warrens used to work here. Dagain broke some bones a while back. Altris quit. Kareen is too sick.
See you.
The Warrens isn't a place for your type. What do you want? That's right. Welcome to Markarth, traveler. Thank the Divines you can choose to live somewhere else. It's where you go when you can't afford a room anywhere else. About the time they opened the mines, someone got the idea to throw beds in here. Laborers, the sick, the lame, we're all here. I can show you a few things, but anyone asks, and my name never comes up. Understand? All right, then.
You don't want to be here. No one wants to. Don't know anyone here who doesn't have rattles or ataxia.
Belki bunun iyileştirme olayı falan vardır. İyileştirirsek görevleri çıkıyor.
Don't even think about it.
Yani yetenekle belki bu iyileştirirsen görevleri çıkar diye düşündüm de sen salla. İleride belki düşünebilir ki zaten o yandaşımı iyileştirme yeteneği yapıyor.
What is this?
A nail?
That's what you call it? And the Legion even call it. Look how brittle the metal is.
I'm sorry. The forge gets so hot.
You thought what? You would skip a step, not heat the metal all the way through? Now do it again. Strike the metal. Like slack. Hit it hard.
I'm sorry, Chris. I just didn't show it.
Pound the dust off your eye. It'll break when it's finished. Hit it harder. Need a new blade? Tacitus? Boy's an Imperial. I keep showing him how to treat the iron, but he never gets it. In the Legion, the Imperial smiths used to read books when they couldn't set their hammers straight. Wisdom of the old, I guess. If you find a book called The Last Scabbard of Actors, to bring it. Tacitus sure isn't learning by example. Thanks. Grew up in a stronghold. Every Orc girl tended the forge at some point. Girl has to grow up, and life in a stronghold asks for a lot in return. So I joined the Legion, mastered my trade there. It's an honorable craft. I'll show you what I can. That's right. An Orc stronghold. Kept to ourselves, lived as our ancestors would have wanted. Wasn't enough for me, though. I left. Didn't want to end up as the third wife of some lowly chieftain. Let me know if you need something for
I'm Boris' assistant. I help her with the forge.
It's down the stairs, dear. Just come right in. The Hag's Cure is here for all your discreet needs. Comes with living to a ripe old age. People start thinking there's something magical about you. Then, the insults. Still, a little knowledge of plants and potions can get you by. Not that anyone likes to admit buying things from you. See? I even have a little potion for the steward. Mind handing it over to him? Just say it should solve that problem he has. Thank you. We'd be better off without the Silverbloods. They send their brute, Ingvar, to shake some coins from me every few days. And Betrid Silverblood is always asking for more potions to fuel Thonar's ambitions. Gives him a temper fiercer than any bear. Only that they break an old woman's heart. So many friends, so many kin, all lost trying to rebuild a past that was over long ago.
Less money and more starving people.
Now, you let me know if you need a cure, or anything else. So, you're interested in my potions and ingredients? I have herbs to make. You should be more careful with the men you pick, dear.
Do you feel He said he loved me.
Real men prove their love. Words are as empty as the air they run through.
I'm Bothilla's assistant. She's the one you should talk to if you need an herb or a potion.
What are you hiding, priest?
I'm not hiding anything. It's closed for a reason.
Typical Imperial lies. First you take away Talos. Now you're keeping us from seeing our honored dead? You and the Jarl will answer for any desecration of my ancestors' bodies.
That's enough, Thongvor. We're done.
You there. You another Imperial puppet? Answer me. Finally, someone with decent sense. The Empire is destroying everything Skyrim stands for. Honor, pride, mighty Talos. Jarl Igmund can't ignore us for much longer. Not if the Silverblood family has a say. That's a true Nord hero. A legend. So great that the Divines themselves lifted his soul into the heavens and made him a god. He founded the Empire, and now they've turned their back on him to appease the elves. Elves. Do the elves rule Skyrim, or do the Nords? We own Sidna Mine, best prison in Skyrim, and source of half the wealth in this city. We keep the Reach safe. We flood Markarth with wealth. But does the Jarl listen to us when we want to say? No. He's busy forgetting that Ulfric Stormcloak saved this city from the Forsworn. Ulfric's a hero, not a damn criminal. They started the Great War, nearly destroyed the Imperial City. Then the Emperor took the coward's way out and surrendered. Now, the elves dictate everything we do, and they don't want us acknowledging a mere human like Talos as the god he is. He used the Thu'um, shouted those Forsworn from the walls. Then he led a band of Nord warriors in to take the city, just like Talos himself at the Battle of Old Hroldan, reclaiming the Reach from those heathen natives. Stay out of trouble in my city.
Halt! The Dwemer Museum isn't open to anyone without the court wizard's permission. Because Cal Silmore doesn't want anyone to go in. He runs the museum. He makes the rules. You have a problem with that? Go talk to him. You'll find him in front of the ruins during the day, just down the tunnel. You're here to see the Jarl. Sudden moves. Understand that?
What are you doing here? The excavation site is closed. I don't need any more workers or guards. Nichiren Zell? The ruins underneath Markarth? The wealth of artifacts that I've based 2 human lifetimes of research on? You idiot! Do you even know who I am? The most recognized scholar on the Dwemer in all of Tamriel. And you people keep bothering me. I'm sorry, I got too excited. I'm in the middle of some very stressful work, and I shouldn't have yelled. How can I help you? Correct. It's a private place where I can catalog my research. Occasionally, the Jarl will come in and have questions, but that's thankfully rare. I'll let you in if you agree to something for me. There's a giant spider in the Nichiren Zell. My workers call her Nimhi, the poisoned one. If you deal with Nimhi, I'll let you into both the excavation site and my Dwemer Museum. What do you say? Enthusiasm. Good. Here's the key to the dig site. Yes, their history and culture is all around us in Markarth. A race of stonecutters, artisans, and engineers. They invented machines and built elaborate underground cities where they researched powers to rival the gods themselves. And then, at a time we are still not sure when, they disappeared. The whole people, all at once, leaving behind only their works. To protect my research, for one. There are more cutthroat scholars out there who would steal my findings if they got the chance. And the excavations into Nichiren Zell are dangerous. Dwemer machines and traps still functional, even after thousands of years. What? Oh, goodbye.
Are you feeling sick?
Next season, nephew. Next season for sure.
Next season for sure? What? Uncle Calcelmo, I don't understand what you mean.
The excavation I can. Right after I finish my book, I'll start excavating the sewer cell again.
Could I maybe skip the excavation, Uncle Calcelmo? I just think you won't need me.
Nonsense. You're a vital part of my research team. You'll be there, have no fear. Now, I don't want to hear another word of protest.
You're trespassing here. You'd better clear out.
Ondolimar is the commander of the Thalmor in Markarth.
You! Who are you to approach the Jarl of Markarth? Very well. You may approach the mournful throne. But watch your words. Keep your eyes open for Forsworn when you're on the roads.
You speak to Igmund, son of Orolfdir, Jarl of Markarth. Are you a sellsword? I don't like your kind. No honor, no loyalty, unreliable. But I can't turn away a potential ally in these times. Let's see if you're better than a common mercenary. My scouts have tracked down one of the Forsworn leaders, hiding out in their blood-soaked camps. Deal with them. We will see. I don't know you, and I don't sell what precious property we have to outsiders. But if you're willing to work, and you prove to be reliable, I might deem you worthy to live here. My steward will handle things from there. It all started here, this rebellion. When the Empire lost the Reach during the Great War, we became desperate. We promised a group of Nord militia free worship in exchange for their help retaking the hold. Then the elves found out about it. We were forced to arrest all of them. Ulfric Stormcloak, their leader, used the whole thing as proof that the Empire had abandoned Skyrim. The rebels called it the Markarth Incident. It was the founding day for the Stormcloaks, and where this war really started. Yes, I know. We have some advantages if they come here. The city is built into the mountainside, so it's hard to reach into, even from the skies. And everything is made of stone, even the beds. We'll have no trouble from Dragon's Fire here. My gods told me. Poor Margaret. And witnesses report that the attacker was shouting some nonsense about being a Forsworn. I want to make things clear. Markarth has its troubles, but there are no Forsworn in this city. They are only a threat in the hills and along the roads where they live. Everywhere else, we are in control. The White Gold Concordant, our treaty with the elves after the Great War, forbids free worship of Talos. But that's what we promised Ulfric and his men. It seems foolish looking back, but at the time we were hoping the elves wouldn't find out. So when they did find out, it was either we arrest Ulfric and the militia, or enter into yet another war with the Aldmeri Dominion. The choice was clear, and now Ulfric threatens the thinly veiled peace we sacrificed so much for. When the Aldmeri Dominion invaded the Imperial City, the Legion all but turned a blind eye to the other provinces. Many of the disgruntled natives of the Reach used the opportunity to depose the Empire and founded what they called an independent kingdom. It was little more than a chaotic uprising, but the Reach was removed from Imperial authority for 2 years before we reclaimed it. But the leaders of the uprising refused our offers of peace. They fled into the hills and became the Forsworn. I want no mercy for those Forsworn. Understand?
As his housecarl, Igmund security is my chief concern.
Of
course, there's a collapse.
I'm
in
Igman's
trade
uncle.
rail.
Oh,
Stock
yes.
harass every one of
Thank you. Here you go. Some gold for your assistance and your discretion. I have letters to read.
I need my steward to plan for a victory, not knock me with every ill account.
Forgive me.
You have the honor of addressing a member of the Thalmor. Bask in it. As if this craggy wretch of a city could give birth to a superiorly bred mer such as myself. No, I'm not from Markarth. I was sent here to lead the Thalmor's interests in this corner of Skyrim. It's my mission to root out all Talos worship in this city. It's a religious matter. The Thalmor do not recognize Talos as a god. He was only a man, and does not deserve a place in our pantheon. The Empire has agreed to accept our beliefs, and its citizens have a responsibility to cease their heretical worship. You're awfully inquisitive, aren't you? I like that. Perhaps you'd care to solve a little problem I have. Ogmund the Scald. He's old, respected, and I know for a fact that he worships Talos in his home. But the Jarl has been hesitant to call for his arrest. I want you to break into his home and find evidence. We're the ruling body of the Aldmeri Dominion. Saviors of Mer, victors of the Great War. The Empire exists because we allow it to exist. And I'm here to make sure the Jarl of Markarth remembers that. The Thalmor saved all of Elvenkind during the Oblivion Crisis. We've been watching over our lands for 200 years. We refounded the Aldmeri Dominion, an alliance between us and our Bosmer cousins. You might know them from their common name, Wood Elves. We intend to prove the superiority of Mer over man, 1 century at a time. All right then.
To work, or Anton will rip my head.
I have meals to cook for the No, I'm a Breton from High Rock, and I refuse to be mistaken for a filthy native. I don't care if we share the same ancestors. These people are savages. Half of them are forsworn barbarians. And have you seen what they eat? What have I done for the gods to take me so far from my beloved Daggerfall? Yes, the finest court in all of High Rock. You think politics here or something? Well, we Bretons invented politics. That is where I learned to cook, and where I belong. Not here with all these dogs. Take a look.
All right then. Anton sure looks like he's from the Reach.
Don't mind the dogs. They get anxious when they haven't had dinner.
The Dominion is here, and we're watching you.
The Silverblood family will be heard.
I'm the Jarl's personal blacksmith, but that doesn't mean I can't sell you a few pieces for a fair price. Anything. Served in the Legion with my sister Gorza for over 10 years. We've seen every piece you can imagine. Have you met her? She runs the forge near the smelter. Just don't bother talking to her, apprentice. Boy has no talent. Depends on what you need. A light armor is good for travel, less to carry. A heavy armor weighs you down, but no true warrior goes without it. If you want some heavy armor, I might have a deal we could work out. I need a dangerous heart. Jarl wants me to cool his new sword in blood. You get me a heart, I get you some armor. Interested? Good hunting. Good. I prefer using water to cool my metal, but it's what the Jarl wants. Here, some of my best armor. Wear it well. Fight. Good to see you. Looking to protect yourself or deal some damage? Fight well.
Gizlice bir şey çalmamız gerek. Mağazaya kalmamız lazım. Buraya gitmeyiz.
To be dead, or with significantly less gold before they know it's hit them. Oh, sorry. I need to be quiet.
The Tholmor know how to deal with town solutions.
You all right? You look like you might be sick. Not here. Come with me. Stay close, and the guards will leave you alone.
Hey, hands off. Come quietly or taste the Jarl's justice. center of the yard. Stop right there.
Yani hiçbir şey kaçmıyor.
Smart man. Now, come along with us. We'll take any stolen goods, and you'll be free to go. After you pay the fine, of course.
I'm gonna be a
My wife Kira
silversmith,
runs our jewelry
like my
store
mother
in
and
Market.
father. Being an apprentice is great. I get to swing a hammer at things.
My daughter Adara is also my apprentice.
I suppose you're here to extort something from me. Is that it? Well, what is it you want? So, you're one of Ulfric's spies. I can't deny the man is right about a few things, but I've seen firsthand what Ulfric is capable of, given the chance. Suffice it to say, he is no friend to Markarth, and no friend of mine. My first and only loyalties are to my nephew, and to this city. And what if I told you about a large shipment of silver and weapons? Oh no, I won't tell you anything more until we have an agreement. They're taking it by wagon to Solitude. If you hurry, you'll catch them before they get far. It'll be a fairly slow-moving caravan. The shipment's quite heavy and guarded by many men. Now, let's pretend we never had this discussion. I have letters to read. I'm Igmund's uncle, as well as his steward.
The Tholmor know how to deal with Talos forces.
Do you feel all right? Why can't the men in the city leave me alone?
Excuse me, do you know anything about this house? Seen anyone enter or leave? I'm with the Vigil of Stendarr. I believe this house might have been used for Daedra worship, evil rites and so forth. I was actually just about to head on inside. Be good to have someone watch my back. Follow me and keep your eyes open. Daedra are powerful creatures and tricksters. Never know what you'll find.
What am I supposed to do? Never leave the house? You want that ending?
Slabs of venison. You're closing the stall.
How dare
That's
you?
final.
No one turns...
Did you hear all that noise outside?
It's just the market rabble. We should get back to work.
Lisbeth handles the customers. I just check the shipments.
No, I'm not Arnleif. Yes, I know it's called Arnleif and Sons. Oh, by the divines, is it that obvious? I swear, if my Gunnar was alive to see me now. This store would finally be on its feet if I hadn't lost my last shipment to the Forsworn attacks. A specially made Dibella statuette. You aren't for hire, are you? A sellsword? I'll pay you if you can recover that statuette from the Forsworn. Thank you. I'll have a sum of gold waiting for you when you return. I inherited the store from my husband. His father was Arnleif. My husband, Gunnar, died about 5 years ago. Forsworn attack. I miss that stubborn oaf. No, as if trade wasn't poor enough. Now there's violence in the streets. It was the Forsworn, wasn't it? I lose dozens of shipments every season to those barbarians. Now they're in the city? Gods help us. Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing. Come back whenever you need something.
Are you looking for a gift for My family came here centuries ago. We made a good living smithing the silver that flows through the city. But you probably wanted to know about the fancy carvings and stonework, didn't you? Travelers always do. Here, I have a delivery I need to make to Calcimo. Why don't you take it to him? He knows the history of Markarth better than anyone. Thank you. He can be a bit difficult, but I'm sure he'll appreciate your help. Beautiful things for beautiful people. Come back if you need a new ring or necklace.
Come on in. The Silverblood Inn has plenty of strong drink and clean rooms.
Drinks here are watered down, but they're cheap.
Just here to drink.
If you... A few drinks? Ha! We'll see about that. This is a special brew. Very strong stuff. Let's get started.
Working with you for over 10 years.
Unlike my husband Clever, Huh?
I'll start round one. Down the hatch.
You can beat him! Come on!
How did you manage to cripple yourself to gain? Mining accident. Your turn. In prison for being a pickpocket. One down, my friend. One down. Quick enough to be a pickpocket. And another one for me. Fell off the top of the cliff after
Just
a
tell
drunken
me if you
party
need
with
something.
the priestesses of Dibella. I don't buy that story. And how about you? Too bad. That one's my favorite. So says you. I think I've hit my limit on these things. Tell you what, one more and you win the contest. Wow, you've really done it. The staff is yours. You know, you're a fun person to drink with. I know this great little place where the wine flows like water. We should head there. Hey, you don't look so good.
Wake up. That's right. It's time to wake up, you drunken blasphemer. Of course. You don't remember getting here. I'm guessing you also don't remember coming in here and blathering incoherently about marriage or a goat. Which means you don't remember losing your temper and throwing trash all over the temple. Dibella teaches love and compassion, but that doesn't mean we're just going to tell you what you want to know and let you walk away from this. Pick up your mess, then apologize. And if we think you're sincere, we'll consider lending you aid.
Wow, that was a night to remember. You certainly showed me a good time. Oh, you don't remember any of it, do you? Probably just as well. It might make things a little awkward between us. I've already said too much. I don't think I will be spending the night with you here then. Oh, no, I didn't mean it like I meant... Never mind, let's just follow this guy.
Başka bir şey görmedim ben.
Talk to me again when you've cleaned up your mess.
Onun yerine para versem.
Of course. Well, we can always use contributions. You were ranting when you got here, but most of it was slurred. You did say something about Rorikstead. Maybe you should take a look there.
My hatred for the Empire is exceeded only by my hatred for their witch-elf puppet masters. Good job. I knew you'd come back with something for me. It just so happens I've got some scouts along the road. Meet up with them, and together see if you can't overpower the caravan.
Hey there. I was wondering if I'd run into you out here. The Reach is a beautiful but dangerous place, eh? One false step and you'll fall to your death. That is, if those Forsworn don't get you first. Have you seen those Briarheart men? That's some evil magic right there. What brings you? You have the look of purpose in your eyes. Really? It just so happens we've been tracking a wagon for about a day now. So that's what's in there. Coins and weapons. How do you know that? That was crafty. I'm sure having a steward in the pocket will come in handy. Lucky for us that the wagon recently had a little accident. They're stranded now, just up the road. We're outnumbered, but I have a plan. You got here just in time. First, we're going to take out their sentry. Then we'll situate ourselves overlooking the camp. Next, you'll infiltrate their position and get their attention, while we hit them with a barrage of arrows. With a bit of luck, we'll catch them completely off guard and even the odds a little. Good. There's a sentry patrolling the hill. We'll go in quiet and drop them with a combined arrow barrage. Keep low, fire on my word. You infiltrate their camp, we'll cover you from the ridge. Good luck. We make quite a team, eh? I'll stay here and guard the shipment. You get back to camp with news. Have them send some men with a new wagon. This one isn't going anywhere.
Can't wait to kill another Imperial.
Well done. I'll send men with a wagon to collect our prize. We'll put the weapons to use here, and I'll send the coin back to Vindhelm. You are going to Fort Sungard. Meet the brothers preparing for the attack. Then join them in wiping out the Imperials. Once you prevail, we will garrison the fort. What do you say? Can you do this? Good. You've got real fire in you. I like that. Talos guide you.
Nasıl kullanılıyor? Oğlu da olmuş bu.
I'm on a pilgrimage to the Shrine of Azura, the goddess of twilight, if you'll excuse me.
Beyler, bunlar balık çıkarayım.
While you still can. Put you down.
Most people like to hunt animals. I also like to hunt people.
I'm suffering worse during training.
Now that the Empire has been driven from the Reach, we can put a stop to raping of her silver mines. That silver belongs in Skyrim. Multitudes of our enemies are buried in an avalanche of pain and retribution, delivered by your hands. I shall call you Snowhammer now. You show great passion for battle, and compassion for those we fight for. You are becoming indispensable to our cause. We do what we do out of love for our brothers and sisters. Here, take this as a token of such love reciprocated. You're needed in Hjalmarch. There's much to be done. You'll be doing whatever Galmar tells you to do, and causing as much mayhem as possible for the Empire and any Jarl who supports them. Talos guide you.
Hiçbir iş vermez.
I'm still here. What do you need? Lead on, then.
What is it? Do I have a choice? Well, okay, but you owe me. Okay, then. Fine, but don't take advantage of me. At least not in that way. Time to move, I guess.
Şu rolünü buraya yeter. Yani buralardan 2 tane daha yapacağım. Buradaki görevleri de alırsak galiba sanırsam sadece Solitude kalıyor. Yanlış hatırlamıyorum. Köyler falan var.
Hold there. Before I let you into Riften, you need to pay the visitor's tax. For the privilege of entering the city. What does it matter? It's been a pleasure doing business with you. Let me open the gate, and you can head into the city. Gate's unlocked. You can head inside when you're ready.
Take my advice. Don't listen to that talk of the face sculptor down in the Ragged Flagon. Face butcher is more like it from what I've heard. I had another run-in with the Thieves' Guild.
Be careful, Leo. The Thieves Guild has Maven Blackbriar at its back. One snap of her fingers and you could end up in Riften jail. Or worse.
They represent the reason I'm here. I can't just ignore them, Eren.
I know. I just don't want you to leave. You're the only good thing that's happened to this city in a long time.
You're a stranger here too, huh? To call it a guild is ridiculous. How can people who would betray one another over a gold coin be considered part of an association? They're the worst kind. Even the Dark Brotherhood abides by a strict set of rules and tradition. These thieves are just rabble. What do you think? You know, I'm beginning to respect you. Other than Eren, you seem to be the only other person I've met I might be able to trust. Since we share the same opinion of them, let me warn you that they're recruiting others to join their guild, and you should be cautious. Maven Blackbriar, the matriarch of the family, represents everything that's wrong with this city. She's bribed countless officials, has friends back in the Imperial City, and freely associates with the Thieves' Guild. I've tried everything I can to protect Riften's citizens from her family, but to no avail. Well, there is Ingun Blackbriar, Maven's daughter. Strange girl. She likes to spend time down in Elgrim's elixirs working on her alchemy. Then you have Hemming, Maven's son. Spoiled brat and heir to her empire. He follows her word like a loyal dog follows its master. And finally, Sibi, the worst of all of them. He's in Riften jail for murder. I've been adventuring across Tamriel since I was a fresh-faced young woman barely able to swing a blade. My travels have taken me from High Rock to Valenwood, Elsewhere to Morrowind, and all points in between. Many years ago, I lost my blade, Grimsever, within a Dwemer ruin. I took it as a sign that I was wasting my days in search of wealth. You and I are alike. We seek challenge and great fortune. But for me, that's where the similarities end. You see, Riften is my great beast to be slain, and my fortune comes from gratitude and trust. I've been adventuring. My travels have taken me from higher. Many. You and I. You see, Riften is my great beast. It's been difficult. I've taken the burdens of this city's problems upon myself, and I keep running into impossible obstacles. Corruption, lies and deceit are the order of the day here. If it wasn't for Eren, the young man who saved my life, I think I'd already have given up long ago. It was Eren who found me dying outside of a Dwemer ruin. If he hadn't brought me here and nursed me back to health, I would have died. When my strength returned and he told me about the problems plaguing Riften, I decided fate brought me here for a reason. So I stayed. Safe travels.
I've never seen... Niol told me that it isn't this bad everywhere. Maybe one day I'll venture out and see if she's right.
I don't get it. The old woman at
I
the
don't know
orphanage
you.
in Riften
You and
is
Riften
a
looking
right
for
troll
trouble.
and treats those children like scum. Yet they all say how much they love her.
Yeah? Well, I got news for you. There's nothing to see here. Last thing the Blackbriars need is some stranger sticking their nose where it doesn't belong.
Then maybe they could worship
The Blackbriars have Riften in their pocket, and the Thieves Guild watching their back. So keep your nose out of their business. Me? I'm Maul. I watch the streets for them. If you need dirt on anything, I'm your guy. But it'll cost you. Don't make me laugh. Just stay out of the Blackbriars' affairs. You'll live longer. Hey, you. Get over here. I want to talk to you.
I'm really getting tired of your excuses. You looking for something or what? Of course not. You expect me to take care of it by myself? My niece Svana helps me with the chores. She'd be more help if she kept her head out of the clouds. She's been with me ever since her parents were killed by bandits and she was dropped in my lap. There's a college in Winterhold that teaches magic. It's very secretive though, and you know how people hate secrets. The Jarl's Court wizard was taught there. That one's full of secrets. I don't know why I bother.
Huh? What do you... Yes. Hofgrir took me in when I arrived in Riften about a year ago. He's been teaching me everything he knows. Horses are my whole life. Back in Hammerfell, I helped my family raise horses at our farm. I hope to open my own stables one day, but I think it's going to take a lot longer than I expected. I owe a great deal of money to someone, and I think they cheated me. I don't know what to do. I was able to work out a deal with the stables in Whiterun to sell me some of their tack and harnesses. I borrowed some gold from Sapphire to pay for the shipment, but it got robbed before it even arrived. Now Sapphire wants her money back, and if I don't pay her, I think she's going to kill me. You will? Oh, thank you. Be careful with Sapphire. She mixes with all sorts of nasty.
Sorry about the mess. Keeping this place clean is quite a chore. Work? I suppose you can call it that. I call it slavery. I work my fingers to the bone keeping this disgusting place clean. Ever since my parents died and Helga took me in, it's been a nightmare. How was I to know she was such a wretched woman? So now I'm stuck living here, while those pigs she calls customers grope me and say the most awful things. It's not just the work, it's everything about her. She's disgusting. I think she takes her worship of Dibella a bit too seriously. Do you know she slept with 3 different men in the last month alone? What kind of woman would do such a thing? Just for once, I'd like to see her squirm, to rub her nose in it. Actually, there is, but I don't think I could get away with doing it. She'd kill me if she found out. You see, I happen to know, after she makes love, she gives her partner a token of her affection, called a Mark of Dibella. If you confront her with 3 of the marks, she'd be so embarrassed. Well, I don't know what she'd do. Oh, this is going to be great! You need to get the marks of Dibella from Bolli, Hofgrir, and Indaren. Not sure how you're going to do that, but try your best. Then just confront Helga with them, and the rest works itself out. Try and get those marks without violence, please. I don't want to be responsible for their deaths. Or yours. Any luck getting the marks from those men?
People of Riften, heed my words. The return of the dragons is not mere coincidence. This is one of the signs that Lady Mara is displeased with your constant inebriation. Put down your flagons filled with your vile liquids, and embrace the teachings of the Handmaiden of Kyne.
No, Marlowe. We talked about this. Talon?
Blessings of Mara upon you. Wonderful. Where to begin? Mara is the goddess of love. The temple spreads her gifts by tending to the sick, the poor, and the lost. We also perform wedding ceremonies for all the loving couples in Skyrim. Yes, if you were ready, of course. Are you familiar with how marriage works in Skyrim? Typically, love in Skyrim is as earnest as the people who live here. Life is hard and short, so there's little room for long courtship. A person who is looking for a spouse simply wears an amulet of Mara about the neck, showing they are available. When another person shows interest and the two agree to be together, one of them comes to the temple and we arrange a ceremony. Of course, I'd be more than happy to add a donation to our charity box. Right now, the best you could provide is coin. We need all the help we can get. Thank you. I can promise you that this will be put to good use. Mara's domain encompasses the emotions we strive the most to embrace: love, compassion, and understanding. It's difficult to appreciate her gifts in these dark times, but you should consider her light a beacon in the storm. Kirava, certainly we can come to some sort of an understanding.
It was at the College
These
of
people must be made
Winterhold that
aware of the
Elena
chaos
stabbed
they've
made
sown.
people naked.
Enough, Marama. We've all heard of the dragons and their return. There's
It
no
was
need
all
to
my
use them
idea,
as an
of course.
excuse to harass our
I can
customers.
show you if you like.
Very well, Talon.
Whoa, calm down. I didn't mean on me, I was talking about on you.
We're not kicking you out. Just keep the sermons at the temple and let us all sin in peace.
Blessings of Mara upon you.
Never done an honest day's work in your life for all that coin you're carrying, hey lad? I'm saying you've got the coin, but you didn't earn a septim of it honestly. I can tell. It's all about sizing up your mark, lad. The way they walk, what they're wearing. It's a dead giveaway. Oh, but that's where you're wrong, lad. Wealth is my business. Maybe you'd like a taste. I've got a bit of an errand to perform, but I need an extra pair of hands. And in my line of work, extra hands are well paid. Simple. I'm going to cause a distraction. You're gonna steal Medesi's silver ring from a strongbox under his stand. Once you have it, I want you to place it in Branche's pocket without him noticing.
Sorry. I usually have a nose for this kind of thing. Never mind then, lad. If you change your mind, come find me. Glad to see you finally came to your senses. Ready to make some coin?
Yeah? What's your problem? I knew that stupid kid would try and find a way to weasel out of his debt. Look, this is really simple. I lent him some gold, he promised to pay me back, and now he says he's broke. End of story. Don't know why you'd help a stranger like that. But a septum's a septum. Don't care where it comes from. You can tell Shadra his debt's been paid. That'll teach me to try and make extra coin around this city. Look, I already said Shadra doesn't owe me a thing, so get off my back.
I love teasing guys. After I went bear hunting one day, I asked the hunter if he wanted to see my bare chest. I showed him the pelt of the bear I just killed and pointed to its chest. Ah, you should have seen the disappointment on his face.
Get off your lazy tail and take care of the customer.
Keep your scales on.
Looking for work? Ah, well, I recently approached Sibby Blackbriar about buying Frost, one of the finest breeding horses in Skyrim. He agreed to sell. I paid Sibby half the cost of Frost up front, but before he could deliver, Maven had him locked up. Sibby believes this exempts him from our deal. It does not. I want you to talk to Sibby for me. Then I want you to bring me Frost and the lineage papers that prove the horse's worth. Good man. You won't regret it. Head to the Riften jail and talk to Sibby. Get him to tell you where Frost and his lineage papers are and bring them to me outside Riften. You'll be well paid for your time. No idea, but whatever he did, it must have angered Maven. No guard would lock up a Blackbriar without the old lady's permission. I'm not exactly comfortable around guards or jails. Definitely not when associates of mine have been locked up. No, I'll meet you outside of town. I'll
Want
meet
a
you
drink?
outside of town.
I met her when I wandered into Riften a few years ago. Been smitten with her ever since. In fact, I'm thinking of asking her to marry me. In Blackmarsh, tradition dictates we present a potential mate a unique wedding ring to represent our future bond. I already have the gold band, but all I need are 3 flawless amethysts to complete the setting. I was hoping you'd offer. I didn't think it was my place to ask such a favor of you. I thank you. Every Argonian wedding proposal band is supposed to have 3 flawless amethysts as part of their design. 2 of the gems, the ones on the outside, represent the couple to be married. 1 for the husband, 1 for the wife. The amethyst in the center represents the Hist, the entity that all Argonians consider a sacred part of our lives. Of course. Three, in fact. They're my own recipe. Brought them over here from my days as a bartender in Gideon. First is the Velvet Lechance, which is a mixture of blackberry,
honey, spiced wine, and a touch of nightshade. Perfectly safe, I assure you. Second, we have the White Gold Tower, which is heavy cream with a layer of blended mead, lavender, and dragon's tongue on top. Last, and only for the bravest of souls, we have the Cliff Racer, which is firebrand wine, Cyrodiilic brandy, Flynn, and Sujamma. They're vermin, garbage. They're exactly what makes this city such a horrible place to live. How appropriate they should live in the Ratway with the rest of the trash. Disgusting. Ruined sewers filled with goodness knows what. There's an entrance down by the canal, but I'd highly advise you to stay out of there. It's the Thieves' Guild's territory. If you'll excuse me, I have other things to attend to.
What can I get you? Meat? Wine? Njol the Lioness used to adventure across Skyrim before she settled down in Riften. I hear it all ended when she lost her enchanted blade. Crime is an all-time high in this city thanks to the Thieves' Guild. Don't we have enough problems with the war going on? Riften's biggest exports used to be fishing and honey until the Blackbriar family moved in. Now the meadery is the biggest game in town. If it's true that the dragons have returned, what will it mean for all of us? Is this how it all ends? Sibby Blackbriar is furious that his ex-lover tried to murder him. He's leaving no stone unturned searching for her. If Maven Blackbriar keeps raising prices on meat, I'll have to resort to watering it down just to make ends meet. The Thieves' Guild has been pushing hard to regain a foothold in this city. Rumor has it they're falling apart from the inside. Head north to Winterhold. There's a college there. They teach magic. Most Nords don't care for them. Else you could go see the Jarl's Wizard. Might be able to help you. Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way. Let me know if there's anything else you need. If you've got the coin, you're welcome here. Otherwise, hit the road.
I presume you're bothering me for a good reason. Of course. Nothing gets done without my approval in this city. I have the Jarl's ear and the guards in my pocket. Anyone makes trouble for me and I pay a visit to the Thieves' Guild. Make me angry and I contact the Dark Brotherhood. You do well to remember that the next time you make such a stupid observation.
Go on then. Deliver my message to Sibby.
Maven Blackbriar wants me to keep the mead flowing, and that's what I aim to do, despite all these lazy good-for-nothings that work for us. Ever since I took over as a foreman, the production of our mead has never been more profitable. And if the meadery is profitable, I'll get rich. Get the picture? Lady Maven could buy or sell anyone in Skyrim. I wouldn't be surprised if she's the one pulling the strings around this city. She's always welcome in Mistveil Keep, And between you and me, I'm pretty sure she even has some pretty influential friends within the Empire. I'd also warn you not to cross her. She employs quite a few troubleshooters to take care of messy problems. You're crazy. How dare you make such an accusation? If word gets around that I bedded her, they'll lose all respect for me at the meadery. Take the mark if you want it. It's not worth all this hassle anyway. Well, that was important. You look like you could use a drink. I'm selling the best meat in town. Sure. How do you think I get my hands on the good stuff and offer it so cheap? You think old Maven is just giving it away to anyone? Good thing she makes so much money. Makes it easier for merchandise like this to fall through the cracks. Nothing but the best. Blackbriar mead, fresh from the vat. Best of all, you don't have to pay the ridiculous prices Maven charges. So what do you say to that? Here you go. Oh, and keep it quiet. This stuff isn't exactly easy to get a hold of at these prices, if you catch me drift. Yes, sirrah. No, friend. You've got it all wrong. I'm not selling cheap mead. I'm selling good mead for cheap. Blackbriar mead. I sell cases of it for half of what the inns and taverns pay through the meadery. All I need is someone to deliver it for me. If anyone saw me leave Riften, they get suspicious. I need someone to take this small keg of Blackbriar mead to Wilhelm at the Vilmer Inn in Iverstead. Drop it off, and he'll trade you something for the delivery. Keep it as payment for the legwork. Oh, and if you bump into Indaren from the meadery, keep your mouth shut. He'd rat us out in a second. Good. Now get going. Absolutely. Did you still want to buy one? Here you go. Oh, and keep it quiet. This stuff isn't exactly easy to get a hold of at these prices, if you catch me drift.
New in town, eh? Here for the fishing, I guess.
Welcome.
Sorry,
to
I'm afraid I
my
can't
lord.
help you much
If
right
I can
now.
interest you in one of our
Currently
special
involved.
drinks, let me know.
You caught me at a... It was my sister, Lilia. She served as a battle maiden with the Stormcloaks. We recently heard she'd been killed. I find it difficult to talk about. Perhaps you'd be better off speaking to my parents about it. Anyway, I'm glad my work at the Blackbriar Meadery keeps me busy. Helps me keep my mind off of things. My father was a Stormcloak soldier in his younger days. Now he just walks the streets spewing his hatred and propaganda. My mother is the priestess of Talos. She tends to the shrine and teaches his ways. I'm just not so sure she's delivering the right message. Don't mistake my political beliefs as a substitute for my family values. They're still my parents, and I love them dearly. I just think they've let my sister's death skew their outlook on Ulfric and what he really brings to the table with this war. I'm not so certain that Ulfric's intentions are as noble as they think. I think Ulfric cares about Ulfric, and the rest is a smokescreen. I'd appreciate if you kept my opinion between us. The last thing I want to do is have my parents lose another child. Yes, actually. I'm partnered with Maven Blackbriar. I put up a chunk of the gold she needed to get the place off the ground. We've been staggeringly successful so far. In fact, I'm almost surprised how quickly she's generated business for us. My name may not be on the label, but some of my blood, sweat, and tears are in every drop. Figuratively, of course. It's been good talking to you.
If your allegiance lies with the Empire, we haven't much to discuss. They mean to take our history and crush it all in the name of some damn treaty. The soil beneath our feet is steeped in the blood of our ancestors. We've fought for this land, and died for it. I lost my own daughter to the Imperial dogs. And by Talos, I'll not lose anyone else. Lilia joined the Stormcloaks many years ago, when the first of the skirmishes broke out across Skyrim. I was so proud of her. She served as a battle maiden, using her healing arts to help those that fell on the battlefield. Never even lifted a blade in her life. It didn't matter. The Imperial soldiers cut her down, killed her like a dog, and left her body to rot in the mud. And that's why I won't rest easy until every single Imperial soldier joins her, and Ulfric sits upon the throne of Skyrim. Support Ulfric or die trying. There's nothing in between.
Welcome to the Bee and Barb, afraid I can't help you much. If I can interest you, currently in mourning.
Only the best in all of Riften. I own Riften Fishery. Started out with a single fishing pole, and now I have an entire building and 2 boats to my name. Not bad for a middle-aged Nord, eh? Too bad I haven't had the same success helping this city shed its poverty. And even Nord thinks I'm wasting my time trying. But I disagree. I sell my catch across a good portion of Skyrim. It's worth its weight in gold to me. The only untapped market left is Markarth. However, I just got word that Klepper at the Silver Blood Inn might be interested. If you're headed that way, I would appreciate you delivering a purchase agreement for me. You'd be paid, of course. Good. Klepper will pay you as soon as you arrive with the letter. Here you are. Nivenor is my wife. How I was ever able to meet such a gorgeous creature is one of life's mysteries. We're at odds about my charity. She thinks the people in this town have become lazy and expecting a handout. I tried to include her in my lessons from Maramal over at the Temple of Mara, but she prefers to shop instead. Different strokes, eh? Yes, I suppose someone has to be around here. Have you seen the condition of this sorry excuse for a city? Beggars roam the streets, crime runs rampant, and the threat of war's driving away business. The paltry amount of coin that I place in the charity box at the temple is the least I can do to help. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'd never sleep with anyone besides my wife. Look, it was one night, okay? I think she slipped something in my drink. I haven't even been back to the bunkhouse since. Just take this damn thing. I never want to see it again. Remember to give at the temple.
If your allegiance lies with the Empire, we haven't much to discuss.
Welcome to the Bee and Barb, my lord. If I can
Fancy
interest
yourself
you
the
in one of our
adventuring type,
special
eh?
drinks,
It's just as well. I doubt your
I presume you're bothering
would prove valuable in a real battle anyway.
New around Riften? Take my advice. Stay at the
My skill in battle is unmatched. Fortunately for you, that skill can be bought. Why settle for just stabbing your foes when you can roast them alive in a gout of arcane fire?
Büyücü ve sağlam. Bunu daha önce yanıma almıştım. İşe yarıyor yani. Ben o bir tane kadın büyücü görmüştüm. Bunu alacağım için. Aslında 2 tane garanti alabilsem yanıma bunu alırdım. Bir de o kadın büyücüyü alırdım.
I've never seen me all this upset about anything. The city really gets to me.
Come to see Balaman perform miracles with steel, eh? Smithing's been in my blood for generations. I owe my success to my forefathers and their recipe for flame. The secret is my forge. It consumes fire salts, a strange mineral that burns as hot as red mountain lava. Well, it was. Sadly, this forge is dying, and I've used the last of my fire salts. If I can't feed it soon, it may grow cold. You will? Thank you. 10 pinches of fire salt should give me all I need to bring this forge back to life. You wish to do what I do? Very well. People People say I'm making gold off of other people's misery, but what else would I do? Smithing is all I know. Next time one of my shields deflects a killing blow, they'll change their tune. A flame Atronach's body might provide fire salt. They're dangerous creatures that can be summoned by wizards. Of course, it would be much easier to check with an alchemist. They occasionally have them for sale. Remember, nothing but genuine fire salts will do. The Forge knows the difference.
As Jarl Layla's houseguard, I would ask that you maintain a respectable distance from her at all times. Ulfric's a bloody hero. I don't think there's a worthy Nord alive who dare argue the point. He's taking the Empire to task and making them answer for their crimes. I don't think I'll be content until Ulfric sits upon the throne of Skyrim with the ashes of the Concordat at his feet. Indeed. There have been multiple attempts on the Jarl's life. We're not certain if it's the Dark Brotherhood or simply Imperial sympathizers. We've also had run-ins with spies attempting to probe our security for weaknesses. I work with the city guard to make certain they fail. At the end of the day, I'm the last line of defense for the Jarl. I will not allow her to fall. Liars and bastards, every one of them. I'd have their heads on a pike if it wasn't for the war effort. All I need is a dozen men, and we could march into the Ratway and burn them out like rodents. Stormcloaks won't have it, though. Too busy keeping the Imperial forces at bay. Everyone knows the Thieves Guild uses the old sewer system beneath Riften as their hideout. I'd go down there myself, but that would leave Jarl Layla unprotected. I'm keeping my eye on you.
Oh, because I did something not a soul in this blood-stained house of war has the backbone to do. Dared to speak my mind. I dared speak of the Empire and the lies that have been spread by Ulfric, the leader of the Stormcloaks. Now my mother's stripped me of my heritage and incarcerated me here like a common criminal, and my brother has all but disowned me. Be wary what you say around here, friend. You'll find not all take kindly to insurrection. Ulfric only cares about one thing. Ulfric. He's ordained himself the future High King of Skyrim, and steps on anyone that gets in his way. He's begun a rebellion against those that wish to eradicate the worship of Talos, and uses it as his rallying cry. His cause may be true, but the man is a lie. All he holds in his heart is lust for the throne. All right, then.
Did you have some sort of official business here?
Excuse my disorganization, but I'm in the middle of some delicate experiments. Someone actually interested in what I'm doing. Amazing! Well, allow me to explain. My experimentation involves a magical construct and a reagent that will allow the construct to maintain a field of permanent harmonic energy. You don't have to, because it's utter nonsense. It's never going to work. No. What I need to do is reverse that. Draw the harmonic energy into the reagent, and then apply it with the proper incantation. What was I thinking? It would never work that first way. Why didn't you tell me? I'll tell you why you won't tell me. Because you were absolutely right not to. It's a fundamental rule of magic, and it would be ridiculous. You can't draw from harmonic energy without a soul siphon. Since you're so well informed, I'm certain you've solved the problem with thermic drift, right? What's not to get?
It's as simple as Draven's first axiom of magic. Or was it Galarian's law of casting? I'll tell you what. Let me find out where that's from. I'll need to look through my library and get you an answer. What were we talking about? Yes, I could use some help with that. An assistant, perhaps? No. Maybe a familiar. No, too messy. Well, at any rate, organization is not my strong suit. Not at all. I need as much help as I can get. In fact, if you could retrieve a few things for me, I could start on my next set of experiments. As you can imagine, I tend to forget things often. Leave things around. I really must learn to put these things away. What I need is my Dwemer Stirring Spoon, my Orichalcum Ingot, and my Grand Soul Gem. In fact, I could use them immediately. Bring those items back to me, and I'll be happy to experiment on you. No, that isn't right. I'd be happy to reward you. Excellent. I can't wait. Well, why are you still standing here? Oh, right. You need to know where they are. That would help. Let's see. Last time I used the Dwemer Spoon was at my dear friend Bodhi's house in Iverstead. Felstar Farm, I believe it's called. The Orichalcum Ingot should still be at Winterhold at the Frozen Hearth Inn. I don't know why I didn't just take it with me. And last is the Soul Gem. I left that one in Windhelm at the White Phial Alchemy Shop. It was a good trade, too. Oh well. Winterhold. You want the college there. They teach quite a bit. Okay. Now where did I put those spiders?
Take my advice. Don't listen to that talk of the Face Sculptor down in the Ragged Flagon. Face Butcher is more like it from what I've heard.
Welcome to Riften, home of the Thieves Guild. Or so they'd have you believe. It's all lies. They're just thugs. Vermin. Creeping around the Red Way.
Welcome to Mistvale Keep. I'm Jarl Layla's steward, Anuriel. As steward, I serve as an intermediary between the Jarl and her subjects. I also handle the less important and day-to-day policies that affect daily life in Riften. Lately, I've had my hands full suppressing these ridiculous accusations of corruption in the Keep. There are those that believe the Jarl does nothing for this city, that it's corrupt and run by the Blackbriar family. I can assure you that this is entirely false. We are fully in control of everything. Maven Blackbriar is the owner of the largest and most profitable business in all Skyrim, the Blackbriar Meadery. We're pleased to have her in Riften. She brings stability, opportunities for employment, and strategic value to our city. I'd hardly call them a guild. More like unorganized rabble. In fact, I wouldn't say they were a threat at all. No, our resources should be spent on preparations for invasion. You're welcome in Riften, as long as you continue to obey our laws.
I'm all ears. Well, not literally, of course.
burglars and vampires creep around after dark. Which are you?
You have a backup plan if you get caught.
I don't know, Droff. They'd skin us alive if they knew we were doing this.
Why are you always acting like such a big baby? I've gotten us this far.
This far? We're living in a sewer. You said we'd have a house as big as the Blackbriars by now.
You worry about bashing people's heads in. I'll worry about the guild, okay?
Okay, okay.
I'm going to check the entrance to the Ratway. Be right back.
This does it!
I'll be back. And you'll
I would have died of courage if I wasn't laughing at this video. Think I'm the brightest? Only a fool lets himself get surrounded.
Is someone there?
time to end this little game.
You'd better have coin to pay for your drinks. There's no handouts here. Splendid. There's a house available right now. Very well. Just let me know when you're ready to purchase the house. Sure. How about you mind your own business about it? And I won't have to get Dirge to toss you into the cistern. Aye.
Huh. I suppose I can work with your face. After all, the sculptor cannot always choose the finest clay. Yes, I once practiced my art in the salons and manners of Tamriel's great and good. Now the scum of Skyrim are my only clients. But no matter, the greatest artists are never recognized in their own time. So, are you here as a client? Shall I remake your face? I have not always been a ragged beggar. I learned my art from the masters of the art of flesh sculpture. I studied with the faculty of chirurgeons in Cloudrest. I walked with the hollow-faced men of Notahogra for 3 years. I count the nobility of both the Empire and the Dominion among my clients. And yet, I have fallen so low that I must justify myself to a wanderer in the sewers of this backwater of the world. Change it. I can remake your face, if that's what you desire. I do not practice my art for free, however. I doubt you can afford my services. You have the smell of the vagabond about you. Indeed, it is no small thing to submit yourself to the flesh sculptor's knife. All right, then.
Hikaye falan olursa bölümsüne yapalım arkadaşlar. Bölüm bayağı orada. Uzunmasının sebebi de aslında yeni şehirleri açtığımız için yoldaki görevleri almaya uğraştım.
Last person who made trouble for Vekel ended up with a smashed head. They call me Dirge because I'm the last thing you hear before they put you in the ground. Why? You think it's funny or something? Yeah, my problem is I'm too tired to punch your face in. Already did. What? You still think it's funny? Until next time.
I'm listening.
Look, I already said Shadra doesn't owe me a thing, so get off my back.
Are you joking? You just rented a room from me.
Look, I already said Shadra doesn't owe me a thing.
Never seen Mjolnir this upset about anything. The city really gets to her.
Greetings, honored friend. Could I interest you in some fine jewelry? Not well, I'm afraid. That Brynjolf, he keeps draining the people's pockets with his ridiculous miracle cures. A few months ago, it was Troll Fat Salve, and now he's got something new. Not that there's anything that can be done about it. He's in good with the Thieves Guild. I do. Sadly, I'm one of the few traditional Saxhleel jewelers that remains in Tamriel. It's becoming a lost art. Only trouble is gathering materials has become hazardous. The roads to the mines and to the other cities are thick with bandits, and worse. Would you be interested in gathering some materials for me? I'd certainly be happy to compensate you. Thank you, Landstrider. I'm seeking a small list of items to complete my next creation. 2 flawless sapphires, a mammoth tusk, and a chunk of gold ore. Forgive me. It's a term I haven't used in some time. While most in Tamriel call my kind Argonian, we prefer the term Saxhleel. Maudesi was actually my original Saxhleel name. Unlike others, I decided to embrace tradition and keep it that way. See for yourself. Safe travels, Landstrider.
Looking to stay alive? Why
Did you
take a
get that
chance?
purchase agreement to Markarth yet?
You gonna buy? Are you serious? I've moved all over Skyrim selling these bits of junk, and I'm barely scraping by. Of course. I've no desire to be killed. I just need the coin. Say, you look like you could handle yourself. Maybe you can help me, if you're looking for work. I need someone to pick up supplies from Naranya, living in Windhelm. Thank you. Just bring it back to me, and I'll gladly pay you for your trouble. Don't ask any questions, all right? Just bring it back to me.
Any luck with Sapphire? 8. You actually talked her into it? I don't know what to say. I didn't think anyone in Riften even cared what happened to me. Look, I was saving this, but I wanted you to have it. I thought I might need it if Sapphire came for me, but I don't need it anymore. I look forward to our next meeting.
Can I interest you in some... I may be Dark Elf by birth, but I was raised Argonian. For reasons I'm still trying to discover, I ended up orphaned, then taken in by a kindly Argonian family in Black Marsh. I hope one day to find out what happened to me, how I ended up like that. Just one. I know when I was found by my Argonian father, I was wrapped in a blanket bearing the symbol of House Telvanni. It was one of the great houses in Morrowind long ago. Whether that means I was one of them or not, I'm uncertain. If you come across anything in your travels that might provide me with the answers I'm looking for, I'd be grateful. Thank you. I learned that a matron who had served for House Telvanni had escaped Morrowind during the Accession War. Records showed her buying passage aboard a sailing vessel named the Pride of Telvos. That's where the trail ran cold. I spent years looking for what became of the ship, but I ended up empty-handed. Anything you can find would be of great help. Good luck.
If you're looking for a hand, Voley's around somewhere, planning to feed the poor with his nonsense about Mara.
The fairest prices and the highest quality in Skyrim.
I've never seen Mjolnir this upset about anything. The city...
My food is the best. I picked up a trick from a butcher in Elenir, a small town over the border in Hammerfell. He showed me a way to grind up ice wraith teeth and use it as a preservative. It keeps everything cold and fresh, but only for a limited time. I'm always looking to replenish my supply, so if you ever come across 5 of them, I'd be more than happy to take them off your hands. Thanks. I was actually worried I'd run out. Well, I'd be careful if I were you. I hear the Nords hunt them for some kind of initiation rite. Not all of them end up victorious. The last traveler that traded me some said he found them at a place called Ancient's Ascent. Careful though. Rumor has it a dragon makes its home there. They live below the streets in a ratway like dirty animals. And trust me, they're no better than the vermin that slink out of there for scraps. They make it difficult for decent people to earn a living. Of course, not many decent people live here in the first place. It's Riften's name for the sewers beneath our feet. Absolutely disgusting. If you fancy keeping your purse filled with gold and your head on your shoulders, I'd stay out of those awful tunnels. Be careful looking for those teeth.
If you're looking for a handout,
you
you'll want to speak with my husband. If you're looking for company, I suppose I could do worse.
My husband Bercy will be the death of me. He spends too much time worrying about Riften and not enough about himself.
Glad to see you finally came to your senses. You're trying my patience, lad.
All the crime and corruption in Riften is real.
Rare trinkets and the finest oddities from Morrowind.
Please. Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart.
Until next time.
Looking to stay alive?
Did you get that purchase agreement to Markarth?
Jewelry with legendary Argonian craftsmanship.
Şimdi başka konuşmalarımız video alımı bakalım var. Aşağıdaki şimdi öğreneceksiniz. Size var. Bunun kuyusuyla konuşmadık.
Vegetables as crisp as a winter's morning.
Got a pretty full stock of potions and alchemy reagents. This place has seen better days, but it's not my fault. I swear if I wasn't around, Elgrim would forget to eat his meals. How we make any coin at all is beyond me. In fact, I need to arrange for someone to pick up an ore sample for me in Shore's Stone. Goodness knows Elgrim won't lift a finger to do it. You would? Oh, that would be wonderful. Speak to Filmjar in Shore's Stone. He's got some sort of ore sample he wants us to identify and was willing to pay us well for it. When Elgrim said we were setting up shop down here, I told him he would catch his death. The dirt, the moisture, is disgusting. Who wants to spend their life living like a skeever? But that old bellyacre just fed me some nonsense about light ruining his mixtures and being close to the water. Ah. I know how to mix a few basic potions, but I'm nowhere near as skilled as a master alchemist. I've picked up a few tricks by reading the tomes scattered all over the shop, but I don't have the knack to pull off half of the formulas. I wish Elgrim had spent more time tutoring me than that Ingun girl. Oh, no, I didn't mean it that way. Elgrim can barely put on his own shoes, let alone have the energy to pursue a young girl. He's been gushing about how talented Ingun is at alchemy. He'd never say it to her face. That's not his way. I just think Elgrim's taken it upon himself to mentor the young thing, so he focuses a lot of attention on her. Be careful. The road to Shore's Stone could be dangerous.
You here for... Do you have any idea how busy I am? My mixture could be burning as we speak. Well, the moisture in the air is better for the ingredients. It isn't every day that you get your hands on fresh Nirnroot or painted troll fat. It also makes it easier to gather water when the canal is right out the front door. Besides, I also prefer the quiet. I didn't open this business for browsing. Come in, buy what you need, and get out. Hardly. In fact, I don't know how I get anything done with all the distractions I have to put up with. My wife, Halfjorg, well, she's a necessary evil, I suppose. Not a lick of talent when it comes to alchemy, but she keeps me fed. Then there's Ingun Blackbriar, bright young thing and a worthy apprentice, when she isn't wasting my rare ingredients. Yes, goodbye.
My mind is on my experiments today. What did you need? My family. All that wealth, and they squander it on foolish ventures and political schemes. I was meant for so much more than all of this. I wish to pledge my life and ply my talents in darker circles. If only my mother would let me, I would make her proud. It's exhilarating to observe the effects of my potions on the body. Watching the heart stop, the eyes go blind. We're made up of thousands of parts with thousands of different functions, all working in tandem to keep us alive. Yet if only a single part of our imperfect machine fails, life fails. It makes one realize how fragile, how flawed we are. You ask why I'm so fascinated? The irony that the same world that gave us life provides us the means to die. I'm aspiring to earn that title, yes. However, the road ahead is paved with loose cobbles and deadly pitfalls. Master Elgrim says I'm a natural, that I have a unique talent, but I fear his approval masks his intolerance for my mistakes. My errant formulas have cost Master Elgrim a fortune in ingredients, some of which are almost irreplaceable. To restore Master Elgrim's supply, I would need 20 Deathbell, 20 Nightshade, and 20 Nirnroot. Am I sensing that you may be interested in gathering these rare ingredients for me? That means more time for my experiments and less time in the field. Much appreciated. Nirnroot is the easiest. It grows only by the water and makes a unique chiming noise. The only drawback is it won't regrow after harvesting. Nightshade is native to the pine forest and marshy tundra regions of Skyrim, and has a distinctive starburst-like violet flower. Last we have Deathbell, which only grows in marshy tundra terrain. Its inverted bluish-purple flower bunches are unmistakable. My experiments can't be completed until you've brought me those ingredients. Do hurry.
Have you managed to make it out to Shore's Stone?
Any luck gathering those ingredients?
This place has seen
I've
better
always
days, but
wondered,
it's not my fault.
since when people die...
Benim bayağı uzun sürdü ama yalnız. Yapabileceğim bir şey yok. Onun dışında başka neler kalmış bakalım. Portal var. Portal küçük, yine o kadar uğraştırmaz. Sistentle uğraştırır. Onun dışında öyle o kadar uğraştır fikirler, o kadar büyük yerler değil. Ne bilmiyorum. Yani bir sürekli dolaştırır. Böyle yani. Sadece sürekli olduğu için de bölümdeki kadar uğraşmıyorum. Çünkü yere baktık.
Be gone.
There was a great battle here at Whiterun. It was quite thrilling. I must compose a song about it someday. Carlotta put you up to this, didn't she? I'm sorry, but that fiery widow is mine. And she just doesn't know it yet. Whoa, hey there. I didn't mean to make you upset. On my honor, Carlotta won't have to worry about me again. There's a whole college up in Solitude where they teach the arts. Song, lute playing, poetry. I studied there myself. Had to leave over a misunderstanding with a headmistress. Well, more a misunderstanding with her husband. Some parting advice? Women love sonnets.
Good to have you by my side, friend. I need reliable people around.
Hello, friend.
I ain't done nothing.
I hope the Empire is sending reinforcements. Drive these heathens out of...
Good to see you. I've got a hungry daughter to feed, so selling my produce is Really? You convinced that lute player to stop chasing me? I'd thank the gods, but I'll settle for thanking you. Here's some coin for your help. No more than I was already getting. 4 of the guards have already decided they're in love with me. 2 of the guards got into a fight over me at the tavern. At least Balgruf's men bathed regularly. These stormcloaks always smell of ale and sweat, and their breath reeks. Take care of yourself.
Hey there. Bye, mister.
Let me know if you want anything. I think I got a clean mug around here somewhere.
Evet, bu da bölüm sonu yapalım arkadaşlar. Videoyu beğendiyseniz beğenmeyi, yorum bırakmayı, abone olmayı unutmayın. Bir sonraki bölümde görüşürüz. Kendinize iyi bakın, hoşça kalın.